Welcome to the Nikki Rich Show. Today I'm broadcasting live out of Seneca, South Carolina, and we have an exciting show for you guys. We have a featured guest here today. We have Mary Angel. We are bringing her back for the holidays. We got some new news for you guys, so we have to bring her back. But before we get to our guest, I want you guys to follow us along on Instagram at the Nikki Rich Show on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Excuse me, on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, Nikki Rich Show TV. Well, we're gonna get this show started. We got our featured guest here today. She is amazing. You know her as an entrepreneur. She is a businesswoman, a best-selling author, international best-selling author. And not only that, she is a mother and she is helping so many people in the community. She is a philanthropist. With no further ado, I'm excited to welcome to the Nikki Rich Show, Miss Mary Angel. Welcome, Mary. How are you doing?
Hi everyone, how you doing, honey? You looking good.
We're so excited to have you once again. You look amazing today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And you look good too. I love your beautiful color, your beautiful urban look. You're rocking it.
Yes. Well, I'm excited. We're getting geared up for the holidays, and you have so much going on. You have been working in the community with the youth. So I'm excited to let everybody know the update.
Well, lately I have been doing a lot of mentoring, with young ladies and some young men, just basically supporting them through, different activities they have in the schools. I am just basically going to the schools and helping them, like, just to be there for basketball games or, just musicals, whatever they're doing. I'm just kind of like making myself a part because a lot of parents are not able to go, and
Mhm.
attend. And just to be a person in the audience that can cheer them on and encourage them to, just do what they're doing and know that somebody is there that care.
And you've been mentoring not only just parts of the year, throughout the whole year. I mean, you have been going on trips with the youth. Also, the president just awarded you. So, I mean, how amazing is that?
Never ever as a coming from foster care, uh, third generation of welfare, um, single mother, 5 kids, just down in the trenches of poverty and inner city of the dumps, just not being able to think. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I'm talking about our president, you know what I mean, that I would get acknowledged from our president. And, I've done things and I never ever seen anybody pay attention to it or care about
Hmm.
it. So for me to be recognized by the president and to be worthy to carry such an honor, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
I'm still speechless.
That is amazing. So, when you got the news, how did you feel?
When I got the news that I was nominated and that I was selected to have the Humanitarian Lifetime Achievement Award, I think I went to the lake and I just cried and I just told God, I thanked him and released all of the negative things that were projected about my life.
Hmm.
And I had to actually ask God to forgive me for projecting myself as going to be nothing.
Hmm.
Because that's what I used to believe. I used to believe that um, I really thought I was going to be dead by the time I was like 30 because I was living such a ratchet life. So I had the Lord just to accept my offering of thanks and to ask him to just take all of that negative away. And I threw
Yeah.
it away.
And you've been walking in your truth, you telling your story, and not only telling your stories, but helping others tell theirs as well.
Yes, one thing that I have been doing is I've been encouraging other children and women now and men, that they need to write a story about whatever it is that they need to get it out. It's so
Mhm.
important to write. I didn't realize that. I hated English. And so what I have done is this new book that has come out, of a woman's heart. I made sure that I took two women and I sponsored them to be in the book so that they
Wow.
can get going, because I want people to understand, once you put that effort first and just begin to work it, God is going to do the rest.
He is. Yes. You better say that.
You got to give them something to work with.
Mhm.
If you bring look, if you bring that little bit, like he told that woman, he said, the widow woman, he said, if you just make me a cake, and it says that she told him, we're gonna die. We ain't got nothing else. He said, just make me the cake. And she took what she had and she gave that to him. And never ever in a famine did she ever run out, her and
Mm.
her child. So I am now a believer in sponsoring other people, other women and children that want to become writers, or even if there's any, I don't care what you want to do. I sponsor people. I'll pick a person and sponsor them to help them get started. Because once you get started, it seems like God jumpstarts you.
He does. He does. And you, I could say what 2 years ago, before the pandemic, we all connected. And when I say you got jump started and have not stopped.
But and I guess that's what's the important part, and what I am so focused on right now is that your show was my real jump start.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, your show was the epitome of getting me out there, gave me the strength and the courage to go forward. And so the seeds that you sowed into my life, and I'm now doing the same. And
Yes,
I'm
you
talking
are.
about, I'm taking the very advice that you gave me, the very advice I'm talking about, as far as, not worrying about what you got to wear, how your hair look, you ain't got no million, how you be looking for that expensive stuff. And the fact is that
And
you
you
can
have
go.
stuff right in your house.
And I didn't even realize that the stuff in my house was worthy to be a part of society. That's the crazy part, is that I really didn't think that the stuff in my house mattered. I thought my stuff in my house was junk until you put the seed out there and you kept saying, like, you can do this. And you know what? And ever since then, I have not looked back. And you know why I continue to move forward and I press into everything I can, is because I don't want to get stuck.
Mm-mm. Because you don't never know, like, what people are going through, or everybody can't go out and purchase this and buy that and do whatever. Even like with the youth, we have notepads throughout the house. And, you say, if you want to write, you can write on the little notepad, or find something, that you can write on, or what have you. We don't have to go out and just spend bukus of money. A lot of times we got things in the house.
And that's what I learned. You taught me that, and I took that tool and I used it for, I really literally implemented on everything. I'm talking about everything.
Hmm.
And I find whatever is in my reach. And I make no excuses to not do something. And that's what I be teaching the youth right now, and teaching, adults, because believe it or not, I was, in my 40s, late 40s, just like you said, 2 years ago, I was like, okay, well, I can't do that. I'm still waiting on that moment. I was still waiting on that perfect hairdo,
And you've been doing it ever since, bigger and better each year.
and not even realizing that it was getting like that. And that's what I try. I had to go back and get one of my proud young writers, and she's an amazing girl. She's doing great, but she kind of was getting stuck. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And she was like, "Well, I want to do this, but I can't do it because uh, I'm not there." I had to give her the rundown of who she was and what she have accomplished already.
Yes.
When I gave that girl that rundown, she said, "I'm about to go and take off." I said, "Your principal don't have no proclamation. Your own principal don't have 3 books, bestseller. Your own
Yes.
principal ain't been on the Nikki Rich show."
Now tell us about the proclamations. I mean, congratulations on that.
Thank you. The Proud
You
Young.
have two, by the way.
Yep, I got two in 4 months from two different mayors. And
Wow.
that was something that one was for my professional advocacy that I work with children and domestic violence
Hmm.
victims and foster children and elderly. And then one I was given for the Proud Young Writers from my nonprofit, Sons and Daughters of Virtue Outreach Ministry, because I've been, pretty much pouring into the children and just trying to mentor and do ministry work. So I got a proclamation for that as well. So uh,
Woo!
I got 2 days in Milwaukee that belong to me as long as it exists. So I'm very thankful. Never thought that could happen. So I'm living proof. A person who have been severely abused, learning disability, you know what I mean? Third generation of welfare, mother schizophrenic, foster kids, 7 homes in 1 year, just a teen. I was pregnant at 12, had a baby at 13. So even all of that did not stop what God had in plan for me. I couldn't even stop myself. And you know how many times I've tried to sabotage my own life.
Yes.
But God, He's so amazing.
And you know what I always have to tell people when you are trying to pursue your dreams, your visions, or whatever it is that you are out there pursuing, you have to, wherever you are, bloom where you are. I remember watching Joel Osteen where he says, bloom where you're planted.
Oh,
And people think you have to go out of your city or go far away to be successful, but you want to start at home and then work your way out, because when you do go out, you will have something to fall back on when you do go away.
a good foundation.
Hmm.
And I know that a lot of times it seems like people are discouraged because they feel like their community don't recognize them or just kind of like, but the Lord say that, even in his own home, he was not acknowledged, but it is being acknowledged. You have to keep going.
Yes.
You have to keep going. And once God catapults you from your city to other places, to other nations, because I've become a global speaker now.
Yes.
And so, that has taken me not just from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Gary, Indiana, where my hometown, but it has taken me now to Nigeria. And soon I will be going to do a TEDx talk in Johannesburg. And I will be
Wow.
traveling to Botswana to meet with the Department of Education, and to read my books. I get to read my children's books to the children in their schools. So, um, I never ever thought that God can use me at all.
And you getting ready, and this is all taking place in 2023.
Yes, I mean, and it's not long. March 22nd,
No.
I'll leave for Johannesburg, and I will be gone until the 1st of April. So
Wow.
yeah, because we got a lot. It's a lot going to happen. Meeting, having dinner with prime ministers and different important officials, and doing the excursions as well, getting to see the
Mm-hmm.
beauty of Africa. So, I can't wait to take what I have from America to Africa and the children,
Yes.
but I also can't wait to bring back what they have to the children here
Mm-hmm.
because they have something to offer us as well.
Yes. International. Mary Angel is international.
And I thank God because, I thought about when you came in town recently, and it was such an amazing time to hear you speak about, you know, your journey and just knowing that we all got a story, as you said, and that's the truth.
Yes.
We do. And we all have to just know that with the help and the grace of God and great support system, and just doing the work, putting in that work.
Yes. No matter what you're going through, because everything ain't always peachy. So you just got to keep going and keep fighting through. It's been a hard time after the pandemic, during the pandemic. People have lost family members. They have just
Ooh,
lost something in general, lost jobs.
yeah,
You know, people have gotten depressed and stressed out and so many other things. And, you know, we just have to stay lifted,
yeah.
excited, you know, and just keep pushing through because God, He's guiding us. He's guiding us through.
And that's something that I'm constantly mentoring the children and letting them know that, God is there. I know it don't look like it because when I was a teenager and I was in foster care, I didn't see God. I was like
Hmm.
completely blinded to where was He, but He was there. And because I was so focused on my pain, I couldn't see Him.
Mm.
So I'm trying to teach them to focus not on the pain, but let's dive into, that's why I got them writing. That's why I take them on a lot of activities. I do a lot of activities with children because I notice when you give them memories that are beautiful, um, just pleasant memories,
Yes.
you change their own image of pain. And then they understand they can endure it and they can find some peace and hope in it. So
Hmm.
I'm just pretty much, I think about what I wanted when I was a child suffering, what I needed. And sometimes I just needed a popsicle or a hug.
Yes.
And so that's what I try to do. I try to give, like you said, with what I have. I don't be like, well, I'm waiting on all this funding so I can help so many. I take one child at a time. If it takes just one, two, three children at a
Hmm.
time, that is what I use. I let God use me and give wherever I'm at. That's where my assignment is.
I'm gonna tell you, when we were young, my mama created this thing with my other cousins, is and she called it Joe's Girl. She would take us Monday nights. We would go to the mall, just walk through, you know, and we enjoyed that, going to the mall or going to the movies. And it didn't cost nothing to go to the mall, you know. It was just us going and looking, you know. But we all got together and it was just something to do, and it was nice, you know. It A lot of things don't cost, you know, as long as you out there you trying to help others, and especially our youth, they need it right now. And you mentoring them is amazing. It's so amazing. And thank God, you know, that the president recognized you for that, you know.
And I'm very grateful because
Hmm.
I what you just said, I took my grandbabies yesterday and my granddaughter, I have two disabled granddaughters that I've been, that live with me. I've been had them now, it'll be 6 years, March 28th. And those girls, we took a drive after eating and after her musical, first time ever doing a musical, eighth grade. We just took a drive downtown and just saw the lights that was put up, all the beautiful Christmas lights. And we
Hmm.
listened to some Christmas music and we didn't say nothing. We just enjoyed just to be able to beauty of safety, of love, of
Yes.
comfort, and just family time. So a lot of times it don't take all of that stuff to do with your children or with
Mm-mm.
just with your nieces and nephews or even children in the community. I made my grandbabies, they have these friends in the neighborhood. I took the little lawn chairs, girl, they got out there and had them little popcorn and they took an iPad and watched the movie out there. And it was so fun and cute to see them do that and to just give them popsicles and let them sit out there. And
Hmm.
they had a good time. And you know what? All the little kids come to my house, and so just little stuff, like you said,
I
little stuff.
love that. You are so amazing. And I know you also went to a Christmas event last night as well.
Yes, my grandbaby had a Christmas. They had a play and a choir. She sang in the choir. This is her first time ever
Yes.
to do that because she was severely abused,
Mm.
by my daughter and also foster care, the foster parents. And so, for her to be able to thrive when they said she wouldn't be able to do it because she's 13, but her cognitive is like a 6-year old.
Mm.
And she stood up there and she's doing everything. She's defying the odds.
Yes.
She sang and she did everything. And normally she has to have support with her everywhere she go. Like she can't walk through the halls alone in school or none of that. But she's now starting to be able to do things by herself.
Mm.
And that's just the fact that, I take the time and I really pour a lot of time into them. Attention. I just give it, and it don't be like you said, it's not much. I just sometimes we sit and we just laugh and talk. And my little grandbaby told me, she said, Mama, I'm roasting you tonight. I'm like, okay, so I'm just grateful, that okay, here we go. Yeah, my little grandbaby was like, I roasting you tonight. So we just do that. We just sit up and we'll just, drink hot cocoa and I let them roast me. And I try to keep up, but that little stuff right there is what our kids need,
It
you
is.
know.
It is.
It's what and giving and I also try to give breaks to mothers, you know what I mean? Like I'll let them bring their kids over. Just go get your nails done,
Hmm.
and give a hug to a mama. Let them know I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. Thank you for taking care of your kids. You're doing such an amazing job because parents don't get that.
Mm-mm.
They just work and they do all these wonderful
They
things to
do.
support, and it's a day in, day out. It's a rerun. You know what I mean?
It
And for
is.
them to not get anybody to let them know that they're proud, I always try to say, "I'm so proud of you. Your children look so nice. You always keep your." I try to acknowledge everything that I see that
Yes.
would bring some kind of hope and joy and comfort. And I try to stay real, real positive and loving towards people because they need it right now. Like we really, how
We
many
do.
people need to hear that they're beautiful or, just to know that they are loved. So that's my mission. My mission is to show love, give love, and to not just do it Christmas time, but to do it all year round.
All year round.
All year round. It's Christmas to me. It's Thanksgiving to me, you know.
Yes.
So I just want to keep that same spirit. I don't want to lose that spirit at all. Is that,
Mm-mm.
I have to remember the little girl that I was. I got to remember the teenage mother that I was.
Mm-hmm.
I got to remember the welfare young mother that I was. I got to remember the middle-aged mother that got the teenagers that was giving me trouble. And I got to remember, all of those things that God delivered me from domestic violence, being married and now divorced, and,
Mm-hmm.
coming to know that there was still hope in a future after divorce. Even being a victim of domestic violence, being able to know that the shame or the guilt or whatever, different people feel different things, to just know that releasing that and going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep on moving. I don't care what's coming your way. Just keep walking. Keep walking with God.
Yes. Keep walking. Now, where can they find you at?
Well, they can find me at Facebook, Mary Angel, and also Instagram, Mary Angel 1019. And also my office is at 6830 West Villard Avenue in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's Suite 306. And the number for the office is 414-554-1311. And it's 24 hours.
Yes.
Anybody can call anytime.
And I love it because, like, never that I thought I would meet you and be in your city.
I know. Isn't that something? You've been here quite a bit.
Yes, I can't even believe it myself. I'm like, we was always on virtual, and then just to finally meet you was amazing.
I loved, and girl, you were so fabulous looking, and the room was lit up when everybody was so amazed that you had came. You brought California here because it was cold. It
I
was cold
love
here.
Milwaukee. I want to tell you guys, Milwaukee is where it's at. Y'all don't sleep on Milwaukee. It is an amazing city, and I enjoy every time I come. Everybody is so welcoming, and I love the styles of everybody. in Milwaukee. They are stylish, so you better have your gear ready when you come to that city.
You know what? And that is the truth. One thing about it, I can say that there is some great people here, and they are very, very stylish. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
like you talk about New York type stuff and California,
Yes,
and
Milwaukee. You have to be dressed to come down there.
it's the truth, ain't it? I'm talking about regular. I'm telling you, look, you have to look good. Even your dress down got to look good because they be looking good dressed down.
Yes, everybody looks nice, so you don't want to have that.
Not in Wisconsin. What you say,
No,
Milwaukee got it going on in that fashion, and it's something how God is using the wonderful Teresa to bring that
Therese
fashion.
Marie
Yes, He
collection.
is bringing that fashion up out of her and taking it out of a place where people didn't think nothing was good coming out of here. And it's great things happening and great people here. And God has blessed you to bring the
Yes.
light of this city to life because I'm appreciative of you being here because that just it just kind of like sealed the deal for me that God
Hmm.
is with us and letting people know you might be in little old Milwaukee that everybody just think about beer or they think about Laverne and Shirley, but
Hmm.
in actuality there is some wonderful things God is doing in Milwaukee.
It
It,
is. And Therese Marie, she is amazing black designer, international
yes.
black designer that's really, out there showcasing her designs to everybody and even helping the models in Milwaukee. And I know one of them is your niece
Yeah,
as well. Shout out to your niece. Um, but it's a lot of great things happening in Milwaukee. You are, you got it going with the youth and the writing, and I mean, so much more to out there to anybody that want to learn more about Milwaukee and the young writers. Miss, Mary Angel is just shutting it down.
look, I'm trying to get it all in because I do believe that I've been not doing my purpose for a long, long time. And so I'm trying to get it all out that I've been holding back for years due to me thinking I wasn't worthy.
And it's real. Some people think it doesn't be real until it's happening to you so fast. It's like, oh, okay, so many goals have reached so fast. You be like, oh, this is it. All right, okay, I did that. I did that. So it doesn't seem real sometimes, but it is.
And you what you're saying is so true because um, people look and say, "How long you been doing this?" I said, "Literally in 2019 of December."
Mm-hmm.
I started on December 31st, 2019. That was my New Year's resolution that I was going to continue to be about it and not talk about it anymore. And I've got all this stuff done in that little time.
Yes.
And all the things that I did before, it's like it just combined it took it in and everything was compound together. And it was like all that work I thought was nothing. I used to think it wasn't nothing. I used to be like, oh, that ain't nothing. All of that stuff count. And when I had needed resumes and, what have you done, because now I'm up there and it's time for me to express why should I be able to do this or that. All of those people, all those little things that I did, all of that was so important. That small stuff that you think ain't nothing helping, taking, Mother Barbara to get her medication into the store and stuff like that. Those people were my true references that I've
Mm-hmm.
been helping and, doing stuff, helping seniors find places to live. You know
Mm.
what I mean? I helped the senior get off of drugs and start taking him to church. And he died. His kids made me speak at his funeral. I did not want to because I was like, I was hurt. And plus, I didn't know most of the people and I just didn't think I should, was worthy. And his daughter said, my dad died a righteous man and not a drug addict.
Mm.
And I need you to speak on what God used you to do. So all of that stuff came back up. and it catapulted into what I was doing now. So
Yes.
don't think your stuff is junk. Don't think your stuff is, oh, that's just, no, all of it matters.
It matters. It,
Everything you do.
it does. Well, Mary Angel, I have enjoyed talking with you. You are welcome back anytime.
I love your show and I thank you for having me and I appreciate your extended offer to me and the proud young writers and the professional advocacy because truly we have been blessed by this show and God
Hmm.
has been using this show to help us to get the word out. People have called me and I've been able to work with people just through, them hearing and connecting through your show. So thank you
Hmm.
again for having me.
It's going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger and better 2023. But right now, we still riding the wave for 2022. We not
Almost
finished yet.
over. We got a lot of work to do.
A
I got a
lot of
couple
work.
of books that I'm gonna drop before New Year's happens. So we on the move.
Yes. Well, I'm excited for you. And I just thank you. Now, real quickly, can you let everybody know who you are and you're watching the Nikki Rich Show?
Yes, my name is Mary Angel, and I am on the Nikki Rich Show, watching live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Thank you all.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. And hold tight, Mary Angel, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
If you can hold tight for me. All right. Thank you guys for watching the Nikki Rich Show here today. We were live here with Mary Angel, amazing, amazing entrepreneur, best-selling author, mother, and philanthropist. Man, I'm so excited, just to share all her success and everything she had, to let us know the news today. Make sure you follow her along, connect with her, build with her. Mary Angel, connect with her everywhere. And we will be having her info in this show, all her social medias and everything, so you can connect with her and grow with Mary Angel. Thank you guys for watching the Nikki Rich Show here today. And make sure you follow us along, the Nikki Rich Show, on Instagram and our website, thenikkirichshow.com. Thank you guys for tuning in.